What's up, everybody? It's Deal on the Dim. I got a new phone. Pretty cool. Sitting at home. Hey, yo. So, the title of this video is going to be ADHD is fake. You know why it's fake? Well, let's think about what ADHD is. Attention deficit disorder. Something like that. So, attention, let's start with that. What do these kids pay attention to? What do they pay attention to? Things that are colorful, things that catch their eye, things that they want. So, why does the school system medicate kids for that? That's another thing. I think it all boils down to the fact that schools can't hold kids' attention, and it's not because kids don't want to learn, but it's because the things that they are learning about aren't necessarily even important or cool, you know? And maybe education isn't supposed to be that way. That's what people say. Oh, education is supposed to be boring, and it's not supposed to be fulfilling. That's a lie, bro. That's a lie they've been telling everybody. And let me tell you this. They do not have the faculties. They don't have the know-how. They don't have anything of what they need to teach children what they need to learn in school. What do you need to learn? You need to learn financial responsibility. You obviously need to learn numbers and how to write and things of that sort. Cursive, it depends. But you can't just throw a bunch of kids into one school that have different learning abilities, different learning ways, like pathways in order to gain the knowledge, and throw them into one school and make sure that it just works for everybody. Like, this very gray, not fulfilling way of learning. It's not it. And they got people believing that ADHD is the kid's fault or it's the parents' fault, but really it's the school's fault because they don't have the sort of the learning pathways that are accessible to most children. Like, some kids will get it. I'm sure they have parents that'll, sit down with them and do those sorts of things, but not everybody does. I mean, this is just life, bro. Not everybody has what other people have. And I think they know from a very early age who's going to make it through school and who isn't. And they usually will try to take the people that have a lot of energy and medicate them with the ADHD pills, which is basically like a couple compounds over from meth. So they're giving meth to kids and expecting them to do what exactly? Be calmer. I see. Maybe they should change the way that schools teach children rather than how the kids learn. You get me? I believe that they want to be responsible for all of our children, and they can't do it. Sorry to say, you can't do it. You're not up to the job. That's the parents' job. And the only reason they wanted it that way is because they have to have both parents go out and work now. And then somebody gets paid as a babysitter, and it creates all these other pathways into things that we don't really need. What we need is the nuclear family to be back. What we need is good mothers and fathers. What we need is morals. What we need is God. And God ain't in them schools, bro. Nope, they kicked him out a long time ago. He's there. But they just don't want anybody to think that any of the things going on are really due to God. And you can see how that's all fallen apart and basically turned into shit. Why do kids go in and shoot up schools? Let's talk about that. It's a very deep subject. Probably because they didn't have friends. They have a bad home life. They were on some sort of medication. Oh, man, that's the buzzword, isn't it? They were on that medication. They were on that medication that messes with your mind. Pretty much all of them were. And then you have pop culture. They used to say video games cause violence. I think movies would just as well cause violence. I think music would just as well cause violence, but they never talk about that. Well, they do now, but not as much as they used to talk about video games, you know? And I believe it's a big old... I accidentally said this in my other video, and I thought I messed up, but really I created some. The narcissism. The narcissism. They got you in schools believing shit that you don't even need. It only benefits the people that are really rich or that want to go through college. What about all the tradesmen, man? When I went into electrical, that was the most I had learned. That was the most fun I had had. Now they want to take art out of schools because they don't want your kids being creative. They'll probably give them a pill for that too. They don't want your kids making music. Take the music out of schools. Now we're all just playing flutes as they're getting paid millions and millions of dollars of taxpayer money. I am really, if you're this far into the video, I'm destroying the ways that they have taught you. ADHD medicine never helped nobody. It helped them stick their head down and do some work. It never helped them create a better life for themselves. I promise you that. I know people that are on Adderall and they act like fucking crackheads, dude. Why would you give that to kids? Because you make money off of it in the pharmacy industry? Pharmaceuticals, that's another one. They just want to keep you hurt, keep you sick, keep you broke, keep you a slave. And I've seen plenty of people addicted to opioids that are given, to people through the drug pharmacies and shit like that. And the drug companies. What about all this, bro? Do you think any of these plants out here, a single one of them has some sort of benefit to you? Some sort of benefit to your life? And do they ever teach you that in schools? Nope. They are taking the best years away from your child, away from you in your life, to teach you things that you don't need to know so you can work at a factory you don't need to be in. And if you don't believe me, you can just look up what the creation of school was. How did it start? It was basically like factory schooling. I believe it was Romanian or it was Czechoslovakian factory schooling. And ever since I was in school, bro, in my first grade, I had a 12th grade reading level, college reading level. I've always been good at that stuff. But yeah, man, it's just factory schooling. They want to break you down and turn you into a mindless puppet that regurgitates information so that they can make you live your life in a factory and never really change anything. And they don't want people to be creative. That's the last thing they want. Ever since I was a kid, bro, I was making little animal sculptures out of aluminum foil. Let me show y'all. Ow, motherfucker. Okay, well, it looks like I'm going to have to go in through the other way. That's embarrassing. But yeah, I've been making clay sculptures, been making aluminum foil sculptures. They never taught that in school. Makes you think. It's like, those things are real, but they just want to get you into pieces of paper so you go work a cubicle the rest of your life. And there's a lot of bullying that goes on at schools. It's like the whole narcissism thing I was talking about with workplaces. It goes on there too. Sexual harassment. Administrators just being weirdos. That's a big thing. They'll let your kids dress up like animals, but they won't teach them what they need to know. Hey, look at that. A little aluminum foil kangaroo. That's so cool. Aluminum foil plant. Oh my god. Aluminum foil dog. Wow. Aluminum foil giraffe. Wow. Um, but yeah, the school's pretty much fucked, man. It's gone. Nothing. And they deserve it because they took God out of the schools and they're not teaching anybody anything of substance. If they keep you from learning things that you need to know, it's better for them. If they keep you in there while you're just a kid and you're trying to learn things and develop, they want to take that away from you. They want to control how you learn. Beep boop boop beep. I am a robot. I must work at a factory. Beep boop boop beep. All the kids that had money, they will get the scholarships. And they will be the brightest and the ones that conform. Boop, boop, boop. What we do not tell you is C plus students are actually the best people to have in society because they make the most money and they find different pathways to learn things. Oh, would you look at that? The A students get paid less than the C students. And they're just getting by. They're just doing the absolute minimum. Absolute minimum. And they get by. And as these school administrators, oh yes, I'm a principal, ha ha ha, he, as they all get embezzlement for taking money for their programs that you're supposed to have your kids in, maybe things will seem a lot more clearer. Maybe once you realize that you're not a parent, you're a pair who rents your children because they actually own the children. Ooh, man, I think people need to get the fuck out of America. And I'm not saying I'm even at that point yet. I'm at that point mentally and physically. I'm out of here, bro. Out. Gone. But I'm not there financially. And that's why I started this channel. To get there, to help people learn the things that they need to know. And these are just things that I've witnessed. It's not necessarily like I sat down and, doing the keyboard and all that. These are just things that I've seen and I've observed and I understand. And then people would try to tell me, oh, nah, you wrong, bro. Probably the same people that are getting benefited from the whole system that they got going on right now. They got a lot of gifted, talented students in schools. And unless they're the students that have parents that donate to the schools, they probably aren't going to acknowledge that. I bet there's some psychics in schools. I bet there's some mediums. I bet there's people that can see things. They don't care about them. All they want is some factory workers. All they want are some people who put their heads down and don't look around or do anything about the things that are going on around us. It seems like all the institutions are there to rub each other's backs and give each other a nice little pat on the back. Oh, look. Oh, the police are doing real good. You sure? Do a lot of fucked up things. I think all the statistics are somebody's been fucking with them, not showing you the whole truth. Doctors, they used to tell people about like drugs and stuff, and now they're taking that out of schools and making it fun. So now you go and do drugs, and then you get put into the system, and then they realized it made them more money not telling you about those things. Yeah. Well, this big old narcissist system is gonna come tumbling down. Once one part goes out, the rest of it goes with it. And I'm happy. I'm sitting here. I'm waiting for the goddamn day. I hope you guys are too. I hope you think about everything that goes on. And if you got kids, homeschool them, if at all possible. You don't want them in these schools, man. That's all I gotta say right now. I appreciate you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Peace.